claims that are not supported. But I don't think
is it a true religion?
Is false. Well, under Islam, they
so
believe
it's true.
that if under Islam, they believe if there's any error in the Quran is not true. That's their standard. So if I hold them to their standard, the Quran is not true because it contains errors.
I understand. I do. I understand your point.
A religion in and of itself is what it is. It's a religion, so it's not false. It can't be false, right? Because it is a religion.
It can make false claims.
The doctrine can be false. I'm agreeing with you at that.
Doctrine can't be false.
Yes, it can.
How could you falsify doctrine?
I can write doctrine tonight, and it could be completely false.
How would I falsify the doctrine you write tonight?
How would you falsify it? You wouldn't. You wouldn't even see it. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, if you wrote some doctrine and you just made it up, how would anybody prove that it's false?
By checking it against true doctrine.
Okay, where's the true doctrine?
Well, I guess that depends on what denomination you are.
Right. It depends on the opinions of the person. Where's the true doctrine that's objectively true?
I mean, it's almost heretical what you're saying, honestly.
See, and again, what makes it heretical?
I guess it depends on the conversation between you and whoever it is that you worship.
You see how it's all subjective? You see how it's all subjective? It all depends on what you think and what you believe, what your perspectives are. That's right.
I don't really know what your point is.
My point is people that claim
you're saying that all doctrine is true. Well, not all of it can be true, but sometimes it's not reality.
No, I'm saying unless a person makes an objective claim that can be verified one way or the other, if they're just saying I believe God is whatever I think God is, there's no way to disprove that or prove it. I'm wondering what's the objective doctrine and where is it found? What's the objectively true belief about religion that's found in what faith? Where is it? It's the measure by which everything else has to be measured. A thing that we can't equivocate about or argue about or debate about or disagree about.
I'm going to respectfully disagree.
You can explain where you find these things.
No, see, the thing is that you can't explain it to somebody who doesn't believe it.
You can't state anything
that's what I'm saying.
Where he could find it.
Basically, what you're saying is I can't be talked to about it unless I already agree with whatever it is you think I have to assume.
No, I'm saying that you have to believe that there is a doctrine that can be true. I'll finish my sentence if you'll let me. You have to believe that a doctrine is true, or that there is a true doctrine, in order to make the argument that there's not a true doctrine.
No, you have to have a standard by which you can actually say this is the standard that's objective.
And you don't have a standard. That's your argument. Your whole argument is you need proof. You need proof. No. You need God.
Verify and validate himself
and show himself.
Even that wouldn't work because everybody would just disagree with that later. Because Jesus did apparently come down and tell people a bunch of stuff, and yet here we are in a milieu of a bunch of different religious beliefs and faiths and traditions. No, I'm just wondering why a person would have to already assume whatever it is you think is a standard in order for you to verify whatever it is you have to verify, because all that does is validate my claim that it's just subjective. It's just what you think.
Okay.
Until somebody adopts your standard, you can't measure anything against it. Which means,
disagree.
Again, okay, what do you disagree based on?
I agree. Here, this is what I believe. I believe that faith makes the way. I believe that I have faith in Jesus Christ, and I believe that Jesus Christ is my Savior. Okay. And I believe that He died on the cross for you. Now, if you've got a starting point. From there, you can start to you can pick it apart all you want, but you have to have a starting point instead of, well, it's all fake.
Is that an objective claim or a subjective belief?
Those are all subjective beliefs that you have.
So you're
Those are
not a
just things
Christian then.
No, those are just.
Yeah, you're
I'm just
not.
identifying.
You're not.
Those are just.
No, you're not.
Those are just subjective beliefs. And I don't really give a shit if I'm a Christian or not. I don't care about
you're not.
words and labels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
That's
okay,
what I thought. I know.
Good for me.
I know
Yeah.
you're not.
Okay.
These are
All right. So
these are used
now, validate, verify, and support and prove the objective standard, or
it is
concede
not-
my point.
It is not in my power to prove to you.
Right.
that
That's
Jesus
exactly
Christ-
the point.
Subjective.
Thank you for proving my point.
No,
You just
Now we both
so let me
see how
finish.
Look, see how we
Let
just
me
agreed?
let me-
We just agreed on something.
No,
Let's
because I
bask
didn't.
in the glory of the
You
agreement.
see, listen. I did not finish my statement.
Because
Okay,
we
keep
already
cutting me
agreed.
off.
You don't need to. No, it's fine. We agreed.
You agreed with the first half of my statement. So if
Well,
you're
that's
going to
that's all my point was.
if what you're going to do is piecemeal the information, then yes, you will never have the whole truth. And I am so sorry
What is the truth?
that
What
that's
is
how
the
you're
truth?
going to live your life. You're
What
not
is
going to know
truth?
until you decide to figure it out for yourself.
What is the truth?
You,
So it's just based on my feelings.
you,
Again, if I won't
Gotcha.
have the
It's
truth
based
until
on
I decide
faith.
what it is. I won't have the
It's
truth
based-
until I decide what it is. Okay.
that's, yeah,
So
unfortunately.
you just believe things based
Yeah.
on your feelings?
Well,
Is that, is
yeah,
I
that
believe
faith-
things based on my faith.
the word pistis or pistuo that's translated faith in the scriptures means allegiance. It means following something.
Yeah. Yeah, I follow
yeah,
something.
so
Okay,
can you prove to
follow.
me?
It's objectively validated. Because my point is that
Jesus
religious claims, religious
Jesus
claims are
Christ has been
subjective.
objectively Jesus Christ has been objectively validated.
No, Jesus of Nazareth has been is a historical probability.
What more do you need? What more do you need other than all of the eyewitness
Show
accounts?
proof of his resurrection.
Wait,
we only
wait,
have
wait,
2
okay,
eyewitness
wait.
accounts.
Wait. Hold fast. How many eyewitnesses do we have record of?
Well, now I'd have to pull it up because I
No,
couldn't
how
give you a
many-
number
no.
on that.
Wait. It's really easy. How many people? How many people who witnessed the resurrection wrote a first-hand account that they saw it?
2, I believe.
Who?
Oh, for crying out loud. John.
Who? Well, we don't. The Gospel of John, the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, and Luke circulated
Matthew.
without authors. They circulated without authors appended to them. We don't know who wrote those texts. They also couldn't have been. They also
I'll
are
tell you-
writing
I'm gonna tell
decades
you
after
this.
the event, and
You are fighting.
You're
You
writing-
are arguing something that has been proven for thousands
No, I
of years
haven't.
already.
no,
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
arguing something
Yeah,
for
these
which
things
there
have
is-
already been laid out.
No, they're not. No,
your
they're not.
wheels are
Hold
your
fast.
wheels are
No, they're
spinning in the
not.
dust.
No, they're not.
Spinning in the
No, they're
dust,
not.
brother.
You're
Yeah.
unfortunately,
You just
you're very,
coherently
you're very,
listen.
you're very
please.
dogmatic. You're a very dogmatic person who lacks critical thinking about your own faith tradition.
No. Yeah, well,
Yes.
critical thinking about what does that mean? What do you mean?
That's when somebody presents a thing to you, or you believe something, and you look at it, and then you measure it against other criteria to analyze it and see if it's actually validated.
Well, how about I use
You've just
examples of-
decided to believe in Jesus. It's fine.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. You've decided to believe that. You have certain perspectives on what the Bible
I'm glad
is
you
that
know.
are
I'm glad
probably-
you know how I came to
Right.
the decision of
So,
becoming
right,
a Christian.
no, wait,
I don't
yeah,
know how
so,
you
right.
figured that out.
Well, it's very simple. You made decisions.
Yeah,
You
that's
made
it,
a series
right?
of decisions.
How do you
yeah,
know
you
that?
made a series
How do you know that?
because that's how people decide things. They make
How do you
decisions.
know
they,
that I
they make
haven't
choices.
legitimately seen things? How do you know that I haven't legitimately seen things that proves it?
You've seen Jesus?
Well, you're right. They would prove it to you.
I don't have
no,
to see physically Jesus.
Again, hold fast. You're not following, and I'm not trying to argue with you. You're being kind of a prick, and if you'd calm
No.
down a little bit, we could actually have a civil dialogue and get somewhere. But instead, you're angry with me. I'm not trying.
I'm not
to,
angry with you. I'm frustrated.
Yeah, you're
Here,
pretty pissed off. Yeah, you're pretty pissed off.
I'm frustrated because all you do is constantly interject, use your big words that are nice and pretty, and you don't have anything as a backbone
I'm
for your
sorry, you can't. No,
Nothing.
I do.
And I
You don't.
understand
That's
your
the
words.
point. No,
I
that's
understand
the
every
point.
word that you're
You
saying.
don't.
Try to throw
You
that
don't
at
have
me.
it.
Yes.
No, that you don't, and we're trying
No,
to get there.
you-
okay?
You have no
You don't
idea
have
what
anything.
I have.
No. Yeah, okay,
You
and that's
have
what I'm
no
trying to get
idea
at.
what I have.
Hold fast. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get you to explain what you have, other than
I have
just
a
I
miracle.
believe things. Okay, a
I have
miracle
a
can't be
series of
verified. Miracles can't be verified. Those are your subjective opinions and perspectives. That's what you think about it's
No, they're
how
not
you
subjective
perceive
at all.
the data.
Not when you.
It is, yeah, they're subjective because you can't
No,
repeat
they're
them.
not subjective, brother.
You can't replicate them. I can't
Well,
experience your miracles.
Once something is cured, once something. No, you can't experience a miracle because it wasn't for you to
Ru-
experience. And
Right,
I'm sorry that
exactly.
it
Which
wasn't
means
for
it's a
you.
subjective experience for you. It's something that happened to you that you interpreted.
Yeah, and that's why I
Yeah.
didn't bring my miracles
You see
into
how
the
that's
argument.
subjective? You see how that's such a subjective thing and doesn't prove or disprove anything other
What
than
you
just
just
to
did,
you?
what you just did there that was circular. What you just did, and it was gross.
No, what I did is I just identified the
No, what you
circular
did
nature of
is
your
you
argument.
You threw bait into the water.
I identified the
waited for me
circular
to
nature
grab
of your
onto it.
argument. I didn't.
My argument wasn't circular, brother. You
Your
threw
argument
bait
is
in,
circular.
and
Your
you
argument
waited
is
for me.
circular.
You're still waiting for me to bite that bait, and I'm not going to do it.
I'm not baiting you.
Yeah, you are.
I
No,
think
I'm
you are.
not.
And
fallacious
I'm not.
assumptions.
You
You're
are-
not listening.
Absolutely.
No, I am trying to understand and I'm trying to explain to you that people who make the claim that this religion is false or that religion is false are stupid. And the reason they're stupid is because they are making a claim that basically it's like if somebody wants to believe in something in their head and assent to it that's not objectively verifiable, when you say that belief or opinion that they hold is, quote, false, that's dumb. Because you can't validate that. The claim is over-claiming. You can't claim somebody's beliefs are false. How would you do that?
Okay, how about this? How about I word it differently? There are beliefs out there that are false in contrast to mine. How about that?
Okay,
Does that
how would
occasion-
you do
does
that?
that- does that-
Subjective
What makes
belief.
right? And again, you're over-claiming because how do you validate your beliefs are objectively true?
I can only validate them to myself, brother.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Now, all the way at the beginning
it's just
of this
false
entire
to
discussion,
you.
all
It's just you
That's
saying, I
subjective.
think.
Thanks for
All right,
agreeing
give
it's
me 1
subjective.
second.
So
Give
what
me
people
1
should
second.
do,
Give
what
me
people
1
should
second
do,
to just
what
say
people
one
should
thing.
do, what
for
people should
God's
do,
sakes.
what people should do, and that's you shouldn't break the third commandment, but what people
I didn't-
should do.
I said, for God's sakes. For
Yeah,
God's sakes.
what-
I wish you would
yeah, what-
step in and just
yeah,
let
what
you
people-
quiet down for
what
a second
people
and let
should
me make
do-
my
what people
original
should do
statement.
is if you're going to make a claim like was made on
You really
Romans
love to
5
hear
earlier
yourself talk,
today.
don't you?
No, I like to finish the statements
Yeah,
that
you
I'm
do.
making without you interrupting.
Yeah.
I'll let him finish whatever he's going to say.
Okay, so
Go
hold
ahead.
fast first, and then Travis.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here.
No, you're
I was
good.
literally I was just talking and talking. Oh my goodness.
You're good. Yeah. So if you want to make your point, and then Travis will go after you're done.
Okay. Here. At the very beginning of all of this, a statement was made about different religions and stuff. And my point was only this. I will first absolutely concede that religion is subjective. It's subjective to each individual person. I understand that. I accept that. Now, here's my point. Here was the original argument that this man has been arguing with me over. My original statement was this, that there are people that do pull up arguments against Mormonism. I am not saying that it is a true or false religion. That is not my place to say. That's all I have tried to say through this whole thing. There are people, not myself. I do not bash other religions. There are people that have arguments, and whether you want to agree with the fact that they can or can't argue, there are people still that have valid arguments, meaning they have counterpoints to other people's religion. Now, if you don't believe in religion, that's fine. That's your choice. That's called free will. You can do that. I'm not saying anything about that. All I'm saying is that, yes, it's subjective to each individual person. I have my truths. I have things that have been shown to me. I have things that I have felt. I have things that I have seen. Those are subjective. Those are subjective to me and me alone. I will concede to that. But that doesn't change the fact that what I originally said was that there are people out there that have legitimate arguments. And yes, they do have scripture that they bring up against Mormonism. Whether their argument is valid or not is also subjective. So I don't care if you are a Christian or not, sir. I don't care. I wish that you would find your way. I wish that you didn't feel so jaded on everything. But the fact is that I have faith, and I am letting my faith guide me, just as everybody else in here that has God in their heart is allowing God to their faith to guide them. You don't have it. Only thing you have faith in is what's here and what can be placed right in front of your eyes. That's what you are. Those are your handcuffs. And I'm sorry that your reality doesn't exist beyond the tree that's right in front of your face. And maybe one day you will find that if I'd have just calmed down and asked God himself, maybe I'd get an answer. And I'm not saying you'd even like the answer, but you may get an answer. Give yourself 15 seconds and get down on your knees and talk to Jesus Christ. And then maybe you can get something out of it.
Hey, sir, he's a Latter-day Saint, sir.
Well, he said he wasn't a Christian, so I can't say.
No, you said I wasn't.
You said he wasn't.
Well,
and then what did you say? And then what did you say when I said?
I said I don't care about labels. Maybe I'm not. If you say that, I don't really care.
yeah.
Then I misheard you. And I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for saying, because I do believe that Mormons are. I do believe that Latter-day Saints
are you done making a point? Because at this point, what you're doing is you're preaching to me about what I should believe.
I'm sorry about the preaching.
That's not the point.
I'm sorry about all that.
I'm trying to make a point.
Okay, my point was originally just that there are people that have legitimate arguments. Not me. I'm not arguing it because that's my journey.
You already said this.
I know. I was hoping that you would hear it and at least accept that before
You've repeated the same thing twice. You've repeated the same thing twice.
I know exactly how many times I said it.
Are you done talking? Are you just going to repeat the whole thing again?
No, I can if you'd like.
I would prefer that you let me finish.
Go for it, brother. It's all yours.
Okay, as you stated, religion and the claims about religion are subjective about their theology and their beliefs. When you say my belief is, you're making a subjective claim. If, however, somebody were to say, for example, that the Bible is a book, well, that's false. The Bible is not a book. The Bible is a collection of documents. It's an anthology of texts. So if you make a claim that's objectively false, it can be falsifiable. But that's not the basis of most religions. They're making subjective claims. And as you indicated, people can make arguments. I'm not suggesting that people can't make arguments. What I'm saying is when somebody states something like Mormonism is false or Islam is false, that is stupid because they don't have any standard that's objective by which to make the statement. So what they should probably say is, I think, as you indicated, it's just what you think. I think Mormonism is false. And then you can make a more opinion-based argument rather than making an objective claim, which is what they're doing, and over-claiming. And that was my point, and you saw fit to disagree with me, but actually throughout this entire discussion, you've agreed with me. And that was my point earlier, is we've already agreed on this. And then you decided to preach to me and call me not a Christian, and then preach to me about finding God.
Listen, I apologize about that. I misheard you.
I am a very devoted person who follows Jesus Christ, and I believe in him very much. But thank you for your preaching.
Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to do that? Why do you get so reductive?
So hold fast. My point of view, he has a style that he engages in apologetics, and it's not for everyone. And I think a lot of times when I witness conversations, emotions can get the better of people.
Yeah, it does with me. And I apologize for getting upset. And my problem probably lies mostly in the fact that I'm not very good at debate. So and that gentleman is obviously much better than I am at debate.
It's what he does. It is his thing. He has a YouTube channel. Check him out. Missionary Discussions. yeah, this is his thing. I mean, I don't think he does it full time, but he does it a lot.